Okay, so in this video, now that we're starting to set up, we've got our show together in Whooshkaa. Just remember, you can go back to this tab on the left-hand side if you lose your way. So the one below your name, and you'll see that we've created the show. You've got your cover art and everything uploaded. You've got your antenna to beam out to the world, to the spider web world, and to repurpose your content using your voice. So you've got all that. So we're going to create our first episode, guys. And it's important that we get flow and take action, so we can escape all those shiny objects and getting distracted and procrastinated. So for this first episode, we're not going to put any music or any other sort of things, but we'll show you that later on, how you can use legally free music that is legally free. But for this first episode, all I want you to do is to get your first podcast uploaded, a welcome maiden voyage type podcast, and just express what you're going to express, whether that is you're going to do interviews, or whether you're going to do summaries of your blog posts or review products. Describe the things to your listeners and your potential listeners, what your content is going to be about and the structure. So whether it's interviews, whether it's bullet points from your blog posts, or whatever it's going to be, or sharing parts of your blog posts, or interviews, like I said, or reviews, or other type of structured content. Again, if you're looking for greater expertise in the area of content and growing content and different ways to do that, go down below, and first of all, you want to be connected and grounded that you are gaining access to your predictable cash flow income, and you're on top of that. But if you're grounded in that, that's okay. But if not, please go ahead to Fusion Smart System down below, fusionsmartsystem.com, and my business partners will take you through the predictable cash flow video and how to get that. And then you can go ahead and download a one-page document that'll help you get clear on your message and on your content, and steering in the right direction away from all the overflow of the shiny object syndrome that all of us at one point in time or another have been affected with. So it's important that we go through a cleansing period, you could say, when we have been infected by the shiny object syndrome. So let's go ahead and let's get clear on creating the first episode here at Whooshkaa. So you can see that what we need to do is drop your audio content into here. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to do your first episode, to get it uploaded and to take action, to get things happening like we've already spoken about. So we're going to go ahead now. We're going to go ahead now and use this platform to easy start recording your content. So use whatever microphone you have available for you. Don't get so focused on that day dot. Start getting creating your content, getting it uploaded, and as you get more confident and competence, and you stay focused on creating cash flow, beaming your blanket, spider blanket out there on the wild web, the better you are going to be. So first of all, we're going to use Bear Audio, this option, bearaudioTools.com. I'll put a link in the show notes, and you can then go ahead and use this tool. Or also you have Audacity. Audacity is another tool that is very good to use, and it has a lot more functions. But to keep it simple, we're going to use this tool first, and then later on we might look at using the other tool. So for now, we're going to go ahead and let's press record and start recording. And I'll go ahead and share my message, and then you can start doing your message, creating your content. Welcome to Recharge Life Podcast. It's fantastic to have you here at Recharge Life Podcast. My wife and I have had our blog for approximately around 2008-7. You can look it up on archive.org, I believe, and that will lead you back to the history of our blog. And over that time, of course, we evolved and we transformed and gradually learned how to create better content over time. But the basic principles of our blog have not changed, really. It's just the context of how it's changed. So we originally talked about entrepreneurial and living life healthy and taking charge of things on rechargelife.org. So with this podcast, we're going to go the next step with that podcast. We're going to talk about thriving on your terms and creating the lifestyle that you want on your terms. Shh, don't tell everyone I said that. On your terms. That's right. So you're going to learn and be guided about different health ways that we use in our own life. We're going to share those experiences. We're going to share our entrepreneurial experiences from time to time, and we're going to share how we get to create the life that we have. And we'd love to hear your feedback and your thoughts and how you want to carve out your life and recharge your life and take things to the next level and take it to the location and the place that you want to be proud to wake up for your family, whether that's your husband, wife, partner, or your children. So you can be a greater influence, not just on them, but be a greater inspiration within the community. So hopefully that helps you in this maiden voyage of Recharge Life podcast. Let you know a little bit about what we're going to share about. From time to time, we'll also have interviews with different people from all different walks of life, of like mind that we are aligned to, who are also recharging their life in some fashion or form, whatever that be, whether that be a career working for someone else, but wanting to have a more balanced and fashioned life that's on their terms. So that's how they want to frame their life, which is the most important for us all, right? So thanks again for being on this first maiden voyage of Recharge Life podcasts. We look forward to hearing from you and your ideas. And no matter where you're listening to us right now, we look forward to you commenting and giving us feedback at rechargelife.org. And don't forget, subscribe to your favorite through your favorite podcast app, whether that be Apple Podcast or another app. Like there's many apps out there, so I won't go into all of those. But get back and let us know your thoughts. Great to hear from you, and thank you for being part of the community. And bye now from Brian Baulch. Okay, so we've now done our first maiden voyage. Don't make a big drama about it. You may want to practice a little bit, but don't over-practice it. It has to be clear of where you know you're going to go with this podcast and the content and aligned with your values. Of course, again, if you're not sure on that, please go to fusionsmartsystem.com. We help you to get more predictable about your cash flow, and that includes your brand and your message and everything else. But first, make sure that you're getting cash flow out the gate. So again, we'll just listen to the, you can play back hopefully you can hear that. So that's how you play it back. So you can rewind it and everything. And of course you can start again with this simple bearaudiotool.com as many times as you want. But like I said, don't procrastinate. Don't sleep on it. Get it out there. And of course, if you're not sure about what content you're going to create yet, then come over to fusionsmartsystem.com, and my business partners will walk you through getting your predictable cash flow PDF, and we can connect and get all these things, all the ducks in a row, so you're getting clarity, you're getting sharp, you're getting precise action in the business that you want. Okay, so from there, we are going to press import. So hopefully you went ahead and press import, and you can get a bit of a clearer look of your audio. And of course you can go ahead and listen in. Okay. And the handy part about this is, of course, it's in here. It's not saved yet. So you might want to go ahead, and before you make any edits, now that you've imported into this tool, to go and save it. I recommend saving it in, you can save it in all of the different ones, but I recommend saving it into MP3 format and saving it at 320k. And you can have it in stereo if you want. That's up to you. I mean, but I find that mono is good enough, particularly because you're going to be talking and discussing, and just everything about it is a lot better. Although that you're using a free podcast host, so you're not going to have bandwidth issues, it's just going to be a lot better for most people to just have the mono. But if you feel like for stereo, go for that. So basically MP3, 320k you want, and save it as 320k. and it's going along and internalizing all that. Just to wait a little bit, and it'll say percentage, and it says say successful. Now you want to save it on your hard drive or your SSD drive, and you want to name it something. So whatever your podcast is, Charge Life, and Pod 1. So you can identify what episode it is. So you can easily open it up again. Also, you want to save it as WAV file. WAV file doesn't break it down as much, so you have it in a stronger format. Even though MP3 is what you're going to use, but it's always handy to have it saved in WAV too. And Pod will do recharge. Pod 1. WAV. We'll put WAV next to it so we know it's a WAV file. It's very good for having that as the backup. You can go ahead and delete the MP3 at any time, and then you can, once you've got the file uploaded, you can go ahead and delete the MP3. But we'll be using the MP3, and you just want to keep the WAV as a backup source. For whatever reason, something happens with the podcast, you've always got that as a backup. So hopefully that helps. We'll go ahead and close that now. And here for simply editing, you would go ahead and can make edits as you want. Okay, so you've got your podcast uploaded here, and now you can go ahead and edit it. I would recommend not editing too much, but of course if you made some mistakes halfway in it or around it, you can go through it by simply listening to it. And finding that mistake, or if you know where that mistake is, you can just go ahead and click, and then you just highlight the red and highlight where you want to go ahead and cut it. That's what I usually use. By cutting it, you can then restore if you make a mistake. Okay, so that's what I would recommend. If you've got big pauses or big gaps in between, you can also go ahead and cut those out. But if it's only small gaps and you're okay with that, then no need to cut it. So that's just the basics, guys, and hopefully that helps you with basic editing. So it's simply getting the red line and bringing it across to where you want to cut out the part, and then you just go ahead and cut. If you make a mistake, you can quickly restore. Okay, hopefully that helps you with the basic features of this. But the main thing is I want you to get a podcast up online so you be able to get clarity and start taking action, so you're getting out of that shiny object syndrome. Alright, so from there, once you're happy and you've already saved it, of course I showed you how we save it as a WAV file, so you have that as a backup, and then save it as an MP3, how I taught you how to save it, so that the MP3 will be the one you upload to Whooshkaa in the next video that we do together. So thanks for your time, and talk to you on the next video.